Normally, you know what is an abstract data type? I have told you. It is all the mathematical model for the data types. Or else I can tell you list ADT means what all the operations you are performing for that particular list. Maybe insert, delete, search, display, find, everything. Similarly, for stack also, you have some list of operations. That operations, when you perform that operations on the particular stack, that is called as your stack ADT. So when this operation mainly insert and delete only. So insert and delete, in other word, normally the standard words which are being followed is push and pop. Okay. So here, and stack is also called as last in first out. Why we are calling it in last in first out is which is inserted last will be removed. Only when you remove that first, the other items can be taken out. Maybe here there are some few examples you can see. The plate. So when you arrange the plates over here, you know that you can take the maybe in any one of the plate from here only when you remove all the plates from the top one by one. Similarly, this jar, then chair, you can have if you are arranging chairs one above the other. So there also this process happens. And when I take the real time any other applications, how does your backspace works? Your backspace, you will be typing some word, LIF, okay, LIFO. So when you use the backspace key, which will be deleted first, O only will go out first, then F, then I, then L. So that comes from the, even though you type LIFO first, the word first, that last, the first word will be removed at the last only. Okay, so it is called as last in first out, or first in last out also it is fine, or first in last out. 1 minute. Okay, so stack works. Stacks works on the last in first out or first in last out also. You can tell it. It is first in last out. So the plates will be. Can you hear, ma? Can you hear? Yeah, I think I.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, yes, okay. Okay. So plates placed over one or the other. The plate at the top will be removed. So what I told only. So this is the order of the stack. So here there is only one pointer removed, and here you can see any item will be removed from the top. And when you add any item also, you are adding it through the same end only. So there is only one end where you push the item and where you pop the item. New items are added at the top of the stack and also removed from the stack. So in other way, entry and exit will be the same point. Now stack is a linear data structure which follows the operation. So these all which is already. So push and pop are the main operations which are taking into account. Pushing is normally and now you have to remember your linked list concept. When you are first inserting, you are going to insert an item, always you will be having a checking condition. That is either my item is being whether my stack is already having not stack, whether the list is already having an empty list or it is the first element which you are going to insert. That normally you check it for your linked list. In your stack, what you have to check is if your stack is full. That is, see for example, you are arranging some okay, some in a bag. You are taking a bag and you are arranging some cloths in it. Okay, so you have arranged to the maximum. You have arranged all the cloths in it, and now again, if you try to push, first you are taking a new cloth which you want to insert into your bag. Now the first thing is you will be checking whether the bag is having enough space or not, right? So that is the same thing which you, wherever you push also, you have to find whether there is space or it is already full. Whether the bag is having the space to put some new items or put some new cloth into the bag, only is the first checking will be there. After if it is, so your first checking will be if the stack is full. Stack is full means you cannot insert any item. That is your array or your list is whatever it is full. So that condition is called as your overflow condition. It is already full, there are no chance to insert any items into the particular stack. Similarly, when you want to remove also, now you have removed all the cloth from the bag. Now again you are putting your hand inside and saying there is no more nothing to else remove from the bag. It is an underflow condition. That means your bag is empty, or you can tell your stack is empty. So push and pop will always check for two conditions. One is it will check whether it is an overflow condition. If it is an overflow, you cannot insert. Then pop is it will check whether it is in underflow condition. If it is an underflow, there is nothing to remove from the stack. So pods, elements will be removed in the decreasing order. And similarly, if you want to take the last element, the last means top element. Okay, top element if you take, you can either use peak or top, but normally we use only top. We use top to retrieve the last element in the, that is the topmost element in the stack. And you can also use this function. Normally used function is full if the stack is full, or is empty if the stack is empty. These are the normal stack functions which we use in general in practice. And so now see this example. We have a stack. Already there are one A, B, C, D inside the particular stack. And the top will be initially here, -1 only. Your top will be in -1 position. Okay, so when you insert, you will be incrementing the top, -1 plus 1, that will become 0. So it will come to 0th position and it will take A. Then again when you want to insert, it will again, already your top is 1, it will increment +1, top plus plus. So again top will become 1, that is, this is 0, this is 1, 0 plus 1. So B will be inserted. Now this will be 2 in the second position, 0, 1, 2, 3. So now my current top is 3. Now what I will do, when I want to push E, my top will be incremented. So already top is in the third position is 4, but the index will be 0, 1, 2, 3. So 3 plus 1, it will become 4, and E will be inserted here. Likewise for the push operation, next if you want to insert, it will find out and it will push. When you want to pop it, what it will do is it will remove the element and then only it will decrement. So for incrementing, it will for inserting or pushing, it will increment the top and push the elements. For removing, it will decrement the, that is, it will remove the element, or for popping, it will remove the element and decrement the top. So what it will do, when I call the pop operation, default first removal will be E only, E. Then it will decrement the top minus or top -1, it will come to D. Again, if I call pop operation, C will be removed. Likewise, B will be removed, A will be removed. So this is the standard way how the push and pop operation works. Now here I can implement, so the same thing is given over here also. I can implement using two, array based and linked list based. Where will be the top elements and how the elements getting added and removed. So these are the one which we are going to see it one by one. So first we'll go for the array implementation. See, unless if it is not specified in your code whether to use array, but always we use linked list because memory will be initially dynamically allocated and it can remove. That is the advantage of your array and linked list. But whichever you can feel comfortable, you can code it up based upon the program which they have, coding which they have specified. So stack implementation array. So array, you know that it is one dimensional, it is fixed. So same thing. So you are going to use initial value will be top -1. To insert a value, as I told you, increment the top and then insert. To delete a value, delete and then decrement the top. This two only you have to keep it in mind. So declare the function like push, pop, display, etc. when you want to implement this stack. So one dimensional array with some fixed size and top will be in top -1. So for inserting the value inside into the stack, you have to first check the push operation. So normally, see, you can use insert and delete also. It is not restricted that you have to use only push and pop. But standard thing, when you use it, it looks, we know that it is a stack one which you have coded, and it is a queue which you have coded everything. So push and pop is the standard operation. So here you have to first check whether the stack is full. So first, for checking the stack is full, you have to use top is equal to size minus 1. If your top and the size, why we are taking size minus 1? Because it's starting from 0, right? So when you take the top is equal to size minus 1, if both are equal, that means your stack is full. So if your stack is full, you have to display stack is full, not able to insert element, or even you can display as stack overflow condition. Stack overflow, and that you can give that also. Else it is not full, you can increment the top value, that is top plus plus or top plus 1, and you can place this value in the top. This is the array name inside the particular top. So now see here, I'll show the code later. Now delete a value from the stack will be, you are checking whether the stack is empty. That means top is equal to, if top is minus 1, that means your stack is empty. Okay, that is underflow condition. So stack is empty, or there is no elements to delete. The stack is not empty, you delete the stack of top and decrement the top minus minus. Okay, and for displaying also, displaying also, as I told you, you have to check if there are no elements, you cannot display anything. So you have to check for underflow condition. Top is equal to.
Ma'am, can you go back to the previous slide?
Yes. Top
Okay.
minus. Okay, so for displaying the elements, you have to find whether the stack is empty, and if it is empty, it is not necessary for us to print display the elements in the stack. So terminate the function or display the value in the order, which anyway popping order only it will display. So display the value in the decreasing order. So now see here, this is same thing. It's another example only. Top minus 1 with the top value is given over here. Top minus 1. So when I push top, when I push top, what will happen is my minus 1 plus 1, top plus plus, right? So top will become 0. So 10 is being pushed up. Push 20. So top is equal, this is 0. So it will go to plus 1. So here it will increment the top and 20 is added. Then push 12, top is equal to 2. So 12 is push 3. Now similarly, when I call, now see here, all the elements are now, assume that your stack is full now. So next time when I ask to insert an element, it will check that my top is size minus 1. So what it will do is, it will tell that my size is only 4. My size is only 4. Top is equal to 4 minus 1. That is size minus 1. So top is actually, this is third. 3 here. 3 is mentioned over here. 3 is here. So 3. So what it will do is, top is, it will tell that stack overflow condition. So so it will start to, you can start to pop now. You cannot push more items into the stack since there are no more space in the particular stack. So now here full stack. So that is what it is called as full stack. Now initially your top is 3 now. 3. Your top is 3. Now when I call pop, I need not call even pop 33 even, because here only when I need to push, I can push the data. Whether is the data which I want to push inside, value which I want to push inside. But in this case, I need not give the value. That is not necessary for give it. Just I will call the pop function pop off. That means what happens is, automatically or defaultly, your first topmost element only will be popped out. That is 33 will be popped out. Then again 12 comes. 12 that is popped out in the sense this will go. So top will decrement, 3 minus 1, top minus 1. So it will come to the second one. Now again I am calling a pop. So this will go, it will come to the first position. Again I am calling a pop. So 20 will go and it will come to the 0th position. Now again I am calling pop. So what happens? Pop. So 10 will go. So when 10 is also leaving out from the stack, my top will defaultly become -1. That is my underflow condition. So this is an example only. So the similar same example here also you can see another example. Uh, so initially it is -1. So you are pushing stack 5 comma 3. So it will come in the top was here. It was initially -1. Now it is incrementing. So top is 0, 5. Again stack 10 comma, because the top is equal to 1. It is pushing. The size, this is size, okay, 3. Only 1, 2, 3. 3 size are there. So again top, she pushed 24. So 24 is pushed. And now my top is 2. So as of now, I can see that 0, 1, 2. My top is 2. As top is equal to 2, current size of the stack is top plus 1. That is 2 plus 1. That is my size is 3 actually. So the stack is full because my size is 3 only I have fixed. 3 is the maximum size of the stack. So it is full. Now push stack 12 comma 3. If I give another element, it will tell that, see already 5, 10, 24 are there. It will tell that it is an overflow condition. Now you can delete pop stack. So each one by one it gets deleted and it will come to an underflow condition. So this is the normal example of a stack. Now we will see the code. How whatever I told you, I have coded it here. So top, if you want to return the top element of the stack, you are giving in top return. So it will return the topmost element of the particular stack. Similarly, this will return true if the stack is empty, or 0 if it is false. So is empty. If your stack is empty, that means if your top stack empty means, always keep in mind your top is the only. See, in linked list we use a pointer called next for your linked list, and for your doubly linked list we were using a pointer called next and previous. Even last also we were using it. So, but here there is only one pointer called as top, because entry and exit at the same point. So you are keeping it as what is that? Top. So if your top is -1, it will return 1. That means your function, that is, or your stack is empty, so it is giving 1. It is true, it is giving 1. If it is if it is false, it will give 0. So this is the one which next operation, push operation. Push operation to insert an element on the top of the stack. So void push. Void push means you are giving, now you are pushing an element. This is array implementation. So yeah, that element which you are going to push is taken by the value x, and first checking. If your top is equal to the maximum size, you can define first itself. So this is, as I told you, this is a part of the snippet. So the remaining thing, then after end of the stack, I'll tell you the whole how the code will be, the whole structure of your stack after finishing the stack operations fully. So push off, if you are inserting, first you have to find it out whether top is equal to. So you have to define the maximum size initially itself. You can define anything. So it will take that value -1. So if both your top and that particular value is equal, then if, for example, if your maximum size is 10 -1, from 0 to 9 only you can insert. So top is equal to 9. So in that case, you cannot insert more item. It is an overflow case. So you are giving a stack overflow. Suppose this is false. When this becomes false, you can come to the else part and you can tell it as a of, you are incrementing the top. Okay, you are incrementing the top, that is plus. Increment the top and put the element or insert the element into the array. Okay, so this is what pushing the element inside the stack. Similarly, when you take pop operation, you have to check if top is equal to -1. If it is -1, you know that nothing to remove from the stack. So no element to pop, or you can tell it is an operand over underflow condition, whatever it is. And you can decrement the top. That's all. Here inserting, you have to element, you have to put it inside the array. So you are giving a of plus top. Here you are giving top and then top minus minus. Once it is not satisfied itself, your automatically pop will remove the element and the pointer will decrement top minus minus. Okay, so this is what given here in this your pop operation. Now normally, as I told you, there are many applications of stack. Maybe yes, if you are in a web page visited history in a web browser, you will be visiting many pages, right? Once you visit all the pages, when you go in the history page, you can see the topmost visited page only in the at the top of the particular history page. The last page which you visited only will be there, and if you delete, you have to delete only from the last, like this. Similarly, undo sequence, undo also, as I told you, backspace will delete from the last. Similarly, undo also from the last which we insert only will be using this undo sequence. And when I take function call, I'll tell you how these variables are happening. I'll take this factorial function. At that time, I'll tell you this in detail. When local variables are one function calls over the other, there will be also only the topmost one will be returning back the value when we call the other function. So this I will tell you. And expression, these all will come again. Expression, evaluation, whatever, which is, and again backtracking also. Backtracking, I think you will study in the uh, fourth sum in your algorithm design and analysis. That is, this is nothing like you are traveling through one particular way, and when you see that you cannot proceed that way to, that is, you are traveling from one street to the second street, third to the fourth street, and to the fifth street you have come to. So to reach from 5 to 6, there is no way. Your ultimate aim is to reach the sixth street. If you have no way to go from 5 to 6, again you will be moving back to the fourth street only, right? That is what called as backtracking from the previous. So you will go back, then from 4 you will be again checking whether I can reach the 6. If not, again you will go back to the third street. That is what called as your backtracking, which you will learn it later. So these are some applications of stack. The few applications we will be studying now, and few we will be studying it later in the next semester. Then normally any sort of nesting parenthesis, arithmetic expressions, all you will be learning now. Then this keeping track of previous, same thing only. And the maze which you have played, you will be knowing some sort of games also will be having some backtracking concept only. So these are some normal use of stack. But whatever way of stack is being used, you know that array, when you insert array, your memory will be wasted. You need to shift here and there. If you want to insert, you have to, if you are deleting, again the space will be wasted, or else you have to move up the entire elements up to fill up the space. Or when you insert, when you want to insert an element, you have to move the space down or the elements down to create a space. These all happens in an array. But so we are going for normally the linked list. So that linked list will be helpful to dynamically create your particular array and then insert.